What's up, everybody? My name is Jeremy Jones and I'm back with another video. Today I'm talking my weekly sneaker rotation, so stay tuned.
Got a lot of things changing in my life. Hoping one day I'ma get it all right. Brother is engaged, about to start a new life. Yeah, I haven't had a chill day. Really wanna vibe, appreciate the moments. I've been creating, not scrolling. Mom and dad still support.
Alright, man, I'm back with another video. Now, before I get too deep into this video, y'all already know what to do. Go and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Alright, so let's dive into today's video. Just like I said in the intro, man, I am back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, this should be week 164 to the best of my knowledge. And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct the kid down in the comment section. Now, y'all already know I started this series off at the beginning of 2023. And here we are, we're in year 2026. And yeah, we're back with another weekly sneaker rotation. Now, before I get any further, y'all be sure to, if y'all want to get a sneak peek of what I'm wearing throughout the week, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Or, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're talking about it in the sold out Discord. And yes, I need to start posting more on feet pics in the Sold Your Soul sections, right? Okay, I will get back on that, but the kid just, my schedule has been hectic, right? Okay, but anyway, we're gonna keep the party going. Y'all know I end things off on a Friday, then pick right back up on Saturday. So pretty much this Saturday, you pretty much know the kid had to make some moves. I had to go to the chop shop, and to keep it 100, also I went to pick up those infrared salesmen. So you guys should be seeing that video floating around. If you haven't, check it out. Should be somewhere on the main page. But anyway, on Saturday, kid stepped in none other than the Nike SB Dunks, and these are the Travis Scott, right? Okay. Now, one of my favorites in my collection, and I probably shouldn't be wearing these to the barbershop, but at the end of the day, these are meant to be worn. And you guys probably can't even see these. There's probably leftover hair from the barbershop on these guys, but overall, I wouldn't mind if they would do like a red version of these guys. I think they would be super fire. But you know what? At the same time, it still screams Travis Scott. Now, I will say one thing about this shoe that I probably need to wear a little bit more, because I notice comfortability, like, it's not there. It just probably needs to be broken in a little bit more. I notice with the more and more with the shoes that are not necessarily comfortable out the box, they just need to get broken in. And at the same time, this shoe is meant to be skated to a certain extent. So yeah, and I'm probably not gonna skateboard in these, but at the same time, I love Nike SB Dunks, and this is a Nike SB Dunk, so not even just a Nike SB, and of course that Travis Scott name attached to it just makes it that extra hype shoe. But even though I'm not a hype beast, but some probably would clarify me as that. But anyway, this was my Saturday shoe, was a Nike SB Dunk Travis Scott. Cool. Now let's move right along to Sunday. This where pretty much the kid just takes his break. I got to recap, prepare for the next day, even though technically Monday was a holiday and we had that day off. But at the same time, I still want to just be in comfort mode and relax. So I really did my very best not to go anywhere. Yeezy slides, pure colorway. You already know how it goes. These are my beaters. Yes, I know they look like crap. Yes, I should get more pairs. And yes, I do have more pairs, but I have my other pairs. For whatever reason, I got them sitting on ice. I got another pair I use for travel. And these are just my around the house shoes, right? Okay. I feel like everybody needs a good house shoe. And or you're going to just run to the 7-Eleven real quick, or you're just going to run to the convenience store real quick. This is what the shoe is to me, right? Okay. I mean, it necessarily holds no value to me, even though technically I bought these back in 2021. I said 2001, but 2021. And yeah, I paid a little bit of resale, but now the values of these are probably not the same, especially since we've seen that, if I'm not mistaken, Yeezy himself did a version and he's selling them for 20 bucks, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, this was my Sunday shoe, was the Yeezy Slide Pure. Cool. Now I'm going to move right on to Monday. As you can see, holiday, I guess I was in comfort mode, and I always debate whether this shoe is as comfortable as people make it, right? Okay, some say this is the most comfortable shoe, some people say it don't. I say it's mediocre, as in not uncomfortable, but it's not like the most comfortable shoe in my collection. And stepped in none other than the Yeezy 350 V2, and these are the semi-frozen yellows, right? Okay, I remember when these joints first dropped out. They were comparing this to like the McDonald's wrappers and what have you. And to be honest, man, I remember picked these joints up from Foot Locker, gum bottom on the joint. And yeah, I mean, it's a nice beater shoe for me as well. It's kind of one of those, like, I don't really want to say that I'm not gonna wear it to the gym because I don't feel like it's gym safe enough for me. But at the same time, because ironically, off mode but on mode, as consistently as I go to the gym, every now and then mistakes can happen. I drop the weight on my foot. I'm perfectly fine because we're okay. A little sting, whatever, but I can only imagine if I had something like this on, I probably would have had to go to the hospital, right? Okay, but anyway, this was my Monday shoe. Just kind of one of those, you can just slip your foot in these joints in, run your errands, and call it a day. So yeah, this was my Monday shoe. Was a Yeezy Slide. No, not Yeezy Slide. This is a Yeezy 350 V2 semi-frozen yellow. Cool, now we're gonna move right on to Tuesday, right back at work. You know, I work a full-time job, and yes, they had me. Honestly, I'm busy from the moment I walk into the door until the time it's time to go home, right? Okay, so Tuesday, stepped in none other than the Air Jordan 8, and these are the Aquas, right? Time and time again, as I wear these, I'm like, man, these should be called the Greats, but they're actually called the Aquas. One of my favorites in my collection, and as you guys probably have heard the story many, many times, this shoe was inspired off my homie Dunks' brother, right? Okay, I remember when he had a pair, and I couldn't get a pair back then because my chips wasn't falling right, or maybe I just didn't want to spend the money, probably give or take. But yeah, here we are. They're in the collection. Probably had these for quite some time. And 8s, I will say, while it is a bulky shoe, I will say this, it made my feet feel better. You know, they're comfortable at the end of the day. But I know not everybody gravitates to 8s like we normally think. But I feel like it's a shoe where, you know, if you got the right colorway scheme, you can wear all black with it. You can wear, obviously, a purple colorway with it. I mean, you got aqua colorway. You got variety with this shoe is what I'm trying to get at. So anyway, this was my Tuesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 8 Aqua. Cool, now we're gonna move right on to Wednesday, right back at work, you know, full-time job, and a shoe that just recently picked up that I didn't want to miss out, because I did miss out when these joints dropped, and I want to say 2019, but we're back at it. Air Jordan 4, black catch, Nike swoosh on the back. I think ever since, this will be like my first time wearing the shoe since I actually picked it up from like that, like actual like sneaker drop. And yeah, because y'all remember that I got one of those videos where I actually had them joints in hand back in, like, I want to say it was either 2019 or 2020. I want to say 2020, and I just let them joints slip through the cracks, so I couldn't let these slip through the cracks. So finally brought these joints out. Just gonna make sure I wear this at the appropriate time. We've been getting a lot of snow / rain, what have you. And the last thing I wanna do is mess up the shoe and get it wet, right? Okay, so yeah. This was my Wednesday shoe, kind of one of like my favorites in my collection, low-key, and this will be my first time wearing it, but I'm loving these right now in hand. So I could probably easily wear this shoe each and every day, but it's a shoe I do want to do my very best to make it last. But yeah, this was my Wednesday shoe, was the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat. Cool. Now I'm gonna move right on to Thursday. We anticipated a lot of rain, so I like to be on the safe side with some shoes where even if they do get destroyed by the bad weather or the rain, I don't care. These are my beaters, but they still dope in my opinion. So with that being said, stepped in Thursday in the Nike Dunk Goldenrod. Okay, I don't have many regular Dunks in my collection, but this is kind of one of those, like I will say the homie Dunks, who I used to do live with, he inspired me to cop this shoe. I remember he wanted to cop this joint, but I ended up hitting, and yeah, so I actually like this. I actually was gonna sell these joints, but actually it gives me kind of like a poor man version of like a Wu-Tang Dunk, but the low version. To be honest, I be contemplating all the time, trying to get like a little stamp and make it, but I'm like, it ain't that serious for me. It is what it is. I feel like the shoe still hits, and with it having like that black print in there, it offers a lot of more versatility than what you really may think. And y'all know me, I'm kind of a sucker for the color yellow, even though this is more like a gold, probably hence the name Goldenrod, but I mean, still could be passed away as yellow too, depending on how the lighting hit it, right? Okay, but anyway, this was my Thursday shoe, was a Nike Dunk Goldenrod. Cool, let's go on to Friday to close out the week. I wanted to finish strong, but at the same time, I wanted to be smart because like I said, we've been anticipating a lot of rain and weather, and I wanted to wear some shoes that I'm not afraid to get wet. So these are kind of one of those shoes where they're comfortable and they just kind of hit and they're like durable, right? Okay, so this is the Yeezy Calabasas, and this is the gray colorway. Yeah, I want to say this was the first Calabasas that I actually picked up, and then I think I got the black pair and went back, got the white pair. But yeah, the Calabasas, it's a shoe that honestly, It looks, pause when I say this, it looks long on camera and in person, but on feet, these joints just kind of hit, and it's a nice classic shoe. And to be honest, for this shoe to not have any, like, what am I looking for? Any boost? They're actually super duper comfortable too. So a good work shoe in my opinion, and just durable shoe in general, even though it has that soft leather where it seems like it shouldn't last. And I've seen some people pairs have torn, but I guess I don't wear mine on the extent they may have worn theirs. So yeah, this was my Friday shoe, was the Yeezy Calabasas Gray. Cool. All right, man, so pretty much that completes my weekly sneaker rotation for this week. Y'all sign up in the comment section and let me know what you wore throughout the week as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of this thing and stop rambling, man. Y'all be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you know, consider subscribing. I made content about sneakers. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones, and thank you for watching, and I'm out.